Coffee and a conversation. Coffee and a conversation. Hey, coffee and a conversation. Coffee and a conversation. What you do? Conversation. Welcome, 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 everyone.
We're back.
Welcome. We want to thank you all for joining us this wonderful evening, this Thursday at 7 for Coffee and a Conversation. We're sitting here with Lady K, as we call her. This is Kimberly Clark, and Dr. J, as we affectionately call her, Dr. J, Joanne Nunnally, and then myself, I am Patricia Edwards, and we are here in Artesian Center of Education and Empowerment. And we are here to just have a conversation, just to talk a little while. And we're glad to be back with you.
Yes.
Seemed like we've been in a little bit of a hiatus, but really hadn't been that long. But some circumstances beyond our control had us missing a couple of weeks. But we are back with you, and we are super, super excited. So we're going to ask that as you come on, be kind enough to please like and share. Yeah, like and share. Help us get the word out. Let's tell somebody what we got going on. How about it? How about it?
Please.
So, how you been, Sister Kim?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really, really good. I really am. What about you?
I am. Sister Lady J.
Great.
Lady, looking mighty cute.
I'm serious.
Girl.
I love that.
Girl, I ain't mad at you.
My.
We wanna give a good old shout out to our executive director, when we call him our pastor sometimes. All right. We want to thank God for everything media. Lisa, come on, let's give a big old shout out. Who's doing it for us? This is something we can't do ourselves, so we're just super excited, and we're just glad, since we've been together, so much has happened, right?
Yes, so much.
So much has happened.
So much.
And we have been having to, really be outside of ourselves and praying for our nation, these communities. It's not lost on us seeing what we see and hearing what we hear.
No. Yes.
When you hear those kind of things, Dr. J, what you feeling like? When you hear some of the things we've been hearing lately, what are you feeling like, dear? We just want to touch on just a few, just the relative hot topics of what's going on. Let's say trending things that's going on. We wouldn't be right if we didn't act like we were in a hole somewhere, didn't really realize what's going on. We have to be, because that impacts all of us. But just hearing everything that's going on.
We need to know. Well, it just, it's a lot. It's a lot, and we just have to, keep pushing, keep pressing. Hey, make sure that we're putting the right peoples in office to get great results. So we just have to keep pressing and pushing.
Be
it's
active and observant. And observant and being observant about everything that's going on. So again, it's listening and seeing, and I know in your pathway you're a busy girl, but I know it's come across your timeline, all the things that's happening. You can't miss it.
No, I can't. I'm really realizing that, I'm not saying like, it's unavoidable, because, we're all going to be born, we're all going to die. Deaths are happening, all around us. Senseless things, these shootings, these, taking lives of, girlfriends, boyfriends, husbands, wives, even, just significant others.
That's right.
I'm just, I'm even hearing about, I have a family member that just, passed. My husband has a family member that's in critical condition.
Lord Jesus.
So it's just all these things that are happening, in families.
That's right.
Some of it's getting really close to our own, home, our home front. So being prayerful about that, you know, even about our neighbors. We don't know what our neighbors are going through.
Right.
Some of our neighbors are lonely. Some of our neighbors are, you know, taking their lives, you know, because,
Absolutely.
you know, not being able to afford, you know, bills, putting food on the table, that sort of thing. So even in the surefire of loneliness,
Wow.
you know, real loneliness. And people don't think that's like you can get over just being lonely. You really can, because people are not really reaching out to one another.
And the one thing that's interesting, and as you come on again, we are in Dr. J. I appreciate you monitoring the chat. I'm on this here. This little notepad, what is this iPad thing?
Yes, ma'am.
And it's just so crazy because I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. I'm just like I'm trying to make a comment and it's not coming, so I gotta deal with my IT person at some point to tell me how to use an iPad, but that's okay. I'm just saying to everyone that you have to be observant. You have to be observant. You have to, gone are the days you just lackluster, just get up. You have to be watchful. I guess that's what the Bible meant. Watch as what?
Watch as well as pray.
What?
Yes.
Watch as well as pray.
Yes.
So we have to be in that mode of really being mindful.
Yes.
Because just like you said, Sister Kim, some people are going through some things that you don't know they're going through. You're looking at them, they're going about their day and they're doing stuff, but they're contemplating suicide, contemplating murder, contemplating a whole bunch of things. And unless you're very discerning, unless you know.
Amen. Yes.
So we need to check on folks sometime.
Yes.
See if they're okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Because sometimes folk are not okay. I know that's not our subject today, but let's be real. Sometimes folk are not okay.
Yes,
No, they're
that's
not.
true. I know everyone is probably seeing this saying, it's okay not to be okay. You know, I think
Not to when you trying to murder me, it ain't.
Now that's true.
I know I'm not going to be okay.
And you think of showing up doing something.
That's not okay.
No, that's not.
okay.
Listen, that's not okay. Absolutely, that's not okay.
But being able to sense, like even in, casual conversations, people that, in the grocery stores, in stores, in department stores, you can see some of the, looks on their people's faces. Some people are just shopping and just be shopping. They don't have any money, but they're just looking to window shop, to being able to, I guess, to escape, their home front, their surroundings, their areas. So they go out, to try to mingle in, blend in. There you go, blend in.
And some just go, to get peace of mind. Get your mind off what's really going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. And it's just, and I'm just of this, like when you were saying about, looking after, love thy neighbor as thyself.
Yes.
So that means you must be concerned about your neighbor as you're concerned about yourself. Yeah.
Yes,
And so this is just what we're saying in the mix of all of this. Have an awareness of your surroundings.
Yes.
Have an awareness of the people in your sphere of influence that you're able to see if, such and such is not acting just right, or they are missing, or,
You haven't seen them in a while.
you haven't
Yeah.
seen them in a while. And just sometimes just how you doing, sister? My classmate, God bless you.
God bless you.
Pastor O'Neill and Sister Hilda, God bless you all.
God bless you.
Thank
you.
Thank you all for coming in and joining us, and I appreciate you,
Welcome.
Sister Deirdre. You are fourth person at this table, so we certainly look forward to being a part of
Thank you.
But the part of what we're talking about, we're talking about trending topics before we go into our main word of the night, is just being aware, because so much is happening, and we are not in this thing alone.
No. And that's what a lot of people are feeling. I'm alone. I'm by myself. I don't have nobody. You just don't know. Smiling at somebody means a lot.
Might turn the whole thing around.
Yes, means a lot.
A good morning.
Yes.
Good morning.
There you go. Yes.
might be the thing, and it seems so simple. Am I right?
Yes.
Does it seem? But it packs a punch.
Yes, it does.
You know, nobody may have smiled at them all day, and
Right.
they may be on their way somewhere. You say, "Hi, how are you?" And I know sometimes with us having masks on, a lot of us, but even the smile in your eyes,
Yes.
or just your nod, you know,
Yes.
and
Just
they,
wait.
Of the hand. Yes.
you know, just to some people to be acknowledged that you're seen.
See, that's it. They want to be seen. They want to know.
Acknowledgement
Acknowledge.
that I'm not invisible
There you go. I'm
So
not glass. You're not seen
through me.
Mhm.
I have purpose, you know.
Yes.
It's just the simplest thing. So
Yes.
sometimes just your acknowledgement, you know, and how the old folk
Yes.
in the old days,
Yeah.
Dr. J,
Yeah.
Oh wait, how the brothers do it? What's up?
what's up?
What's up, dog? What's up, bro? What's happening?
Oh, praise the Lord. So we're just, you know, thus, you know, in thinking about this, let's know that we are continually lifting up those that have been impacted,
Yes.
especially within these last days over there, and just up in Illinois, you know, just for senseless tragedies. We're lifting up the people in Gaston County, Florida. It's a place very close to, I have family there. It's my, what you call it, I don't know, the homestead. But it's a lot of people in Gaston County, Florida, who have been impacted by senseless lacing of drugs.
Yes. That's one. That's,
You know,
that's one of the.
And it's not just addicts that are being impacted. Some people who are just taking a weekend
Yeah.
of fun.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Just have
Yeah.
a little,
Just having a little fun,
let me have it.
Have a
letting your hair down,
having a little lax time.
having a little lax time, just and someone has gone and laced these things with fentanyl,
Yes.
and it's impacted, and it's really crazy. 8 people
The whole.
that have died. You got another group that's in the hospital.
Yeah.
So, and I understand that the sheriff there is asking for help. He's asking for prayer. Excuse me, y'all.
Yes, thank you.
Don't run away. Don't run away. Don't run.
Oh, we're not ready.
No, we're not.
Don't run. But he was asking for prayer, and so we're gonna keep them lifted. Please excuse me, ladies.
God bless you. Bless you.
If you would, Lisa, bring me a paper towel from over there. I appreciate it. So we just thank you. Or heat.
Allergies.
So now, go ahead, Sister Kim. You started me sneezing.
I
Thank you.
started her season. She's been working really hard today.
No,
Just want y'all
don't
to know that.
tell people my business.
She's been
No.
working really hard today.
No, but go, we're talking about what we're going to talk about. Our word of today is
Expectations.
expectation.
We continue the conversation of expectations. Sister Deidre, on our last conversation that we did have, she was giving her viewpoint of her expectations. How she's able to maneuver, for her expectations to be able to evolve. And the thing about it is, help me out, Sister Deidre, please, ma'am, because I don't want to feel like I'm in this boat by myself. But knowing that how you feel about your expectations coming forth, is it very, very hard for you to try to make these things possible? Are you doing it by yourself, or do you have somebody to help you?
And that part about while she's feeding into the chat and understanding, say, managing your expectations, I think it's great. And part of the subject matter we were talking about, managing expectations and having healthy expectations, and then there are some unhealthy expectations. I think we should all have a level of expectation for ourselves, right? The things that we are. Pastor Edwards has told us, expect, have great expectations.
Yes.
To look forward to great things happening. But I wanted to deal with this as we were talking, to sort of separate it out a little bit when we're talking about healthy expectations, that's the way that we look for us, for what we're looking for ourselves to do. And things that we're going to be doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Managing those, but when we get into managing expectations, that goes into what we're dealing with about other. I'm just, y'all help me. Don't let me.
But no.
How
we
you know what I'm. Okay, I have a thought of what I want you to do. I'm looking for you to do, or I expect you to do. That's conjured up in my head.
So you didn't just share it. You just assuming.
I'm just assuming that, you know, I'm expecting Dr. J to at least, because she know it's third Sunday. She know I hadn't had no college, you know, you know, so.
Supposed to be cooking them up.
She must, but she's like, well, why are you expecting that of what?
Because you didn't communicate with me.
And you, why are you expecting that of me? So this is why we talk about managing the expectations. And so when it comes to dealing with colleagues, when it comes to dealing with friends, and then when it comes to dealing with family, it's a whole different kind of thing. And what's expected of your family? What's expected of you being a part of this group of people, this whatever. So it's in understanding, putting your expectations in line with not being frustrated or
let down.
Absolutely.
Now,
absolutely.
Like Dr. J said, make it plain. I really have to.
You're on the same page. Make sure they know. You know, not assuming.
Not assuming.
Mm-hmm.
You know, ask questions. You know.
Well, okay. Now you said something about. You said the healthy expectations. What came to my mind was realistic.
Realistic expectation. Actually, now that's another one. I wish you were noting this and putting that down. So we've talked about healthy expectations, unhealthy expectation. Let's talk about realistic expectation, and then what we call unrealistic expectation, as it relates to the different core parts, because we're women of different ages, different stages. And this is the brainchild of Sister Kim of saying, let's talk about this. Let's talk about stuff. Let's talk about the things that matter. Let's talk about the things that are important
to us.
To us, and if they're important to us, it's important to some of you too.
That's right. That's right.
Does that make any kind of
Very
sense?
important.
And so as we deal with this great word, expectation, it's loaded.
Very, very loaded.
But we want to be able to, as you leave here, have some level of you're walking away with. Then think about it that way.
That's good.
So let's say, what should be your expectation from a person that calls themselves a friend? What should your expectation be from a person that calls themselves a friend? What do you expect a friend to do or be in your life? What should a friend be expected to be? Just to be a person that, you know, I can get them on the phone at 3 o'clock. When you see, what's the expectation of a friend? Kim. Okay, no, you, okay, Dr. J, go with you.
No.
The expectation of a friend, because that's important. Because I have some people say, well, I give all, and then that person doesn't in return show, reciprocate. They don't reciprocate. They only have to ask. I'll get up. Look at, I get up at. They call me. I'll get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. But I call them. They say, "Well, listen, I'll be there after I got after I'll be there after I get up in the morning on my way to work." So what?
You want somebody that's trustworthy. You want somebody. I mean, I'm not trying to say like loyal, but you want somebody that
you do want them to be loyal.
Yeah,
you do want loyalty.
Yeah,
you expect
transparency.
Okay,
yeah, that's
transparency.
The realness. Okay. That's loaded. I know it's loaded because some people, even when you have a friend and they being real, and you don't really expect them to be raw real, if you know what I mean. Like really, they can really dig deep into whatever it is.
If you're that kind of friend.
That's what I'm saying. But you have some people that be friends, they want to be real and raw with you, but then they're not really sure how to be.
What's a friend? and what's an acquaintance? Let's make the difference. What's a friend? That's what I'm saying. The expectation. What's a friend? See, what I'm conjuring up in my mind for a friend, you may not think that's a friend.
That's good.
And so this is a real, because we're talking about relationships, expectation as it relates to relationships, healthy and unhealthy relationships. And what's expected from your friend? If a person is classified as a friend in your book, what is expected for that person to be? Because I know, and you have lived long enough, and I've lived long enough, that some folk we thought were friends
that are not. That's bad, Dr. J?
but it's real. It's real. Because that's real, right? That's real.
Now I'm going to be honest with you. I'm sure you all have friends, and I'm being honest. I'm sure you have friends. Me personally, I can say that. I have my daughters. You know, those are the ones that have, you know.
So that's family.
Yeah, but
family.
Yeah,
But that's
all I've had, and the only reason I've had that, but I've had to be really limited of what I told them, mainly because these are
because they're your daughters.
But for you all would have to school me, mainly because in order for me to have that friend,
Sister Deirdre said, I'm really working my expectations by following through on the goal that I have set for myself, because before I would start something and would drop the ball, I've expected someone to lend a helping hand, but instead they drop the ball. So I put an alternate plan that I'm able to actually follow through, because I get excited for the outcome. And see, this is the part about in others, the things that you expect for yourself, and then the thing that I expect for others. Okay, so if a person is my friend, and I'm just making an association, if that person is my friend in this, just taking Sister Deirdre as is what she's talking about. If you're my friend, the one thing I expect you to do with me is at least let me know. If you say it loud, Dr. J.
If you can't do it.
And don't just appease me by saying, oh yeah. But in all intents and purpose, you had ain't nothing wrong with saying no, I can't.
No, I can't.
I'd rather know on the front side, no, I can't, than to have an expectation that you're going to be there, that you're going to carry the weight, that you're going to do something.
And it doesn't.
I just expect you to be honest. That's what I expect a friend to be with me.
Okay.
Is what?
Honest.
Is to be what?
Honesty and loyalty.
And
you have the authority to say no.
And you can say no.
Whoever.
Like Kim, like I said, you can say no without offense.
We can say no.
I can, if I'm truly your friend,
I understand.
I can say no. Now, I am going to question your friendship if you always tell me no. But listen, every time I come, and no. No, but I'm just saying, you can't never help me now. You can't never do that. Listen, you ain't never showing up. Then I have to reclassify. You know what? But I'm saying, in the scheme of things, that if a person, you're asking them a question, I don't have to be offended by your no if your no is legit. Understand what I'm saying? If your no is legit.
That's transparency.
That's transparency. I'd rather that. I think the worst thing that can happen is you expecting someone to show up for you, and there are no show, or no call, or no nothing, or no advance notice.
Associate.
And you know what, Dr. J has been saying that for a little bit now.
Do you hear, sister, your cousin, what she said? She said, I think it starts with what kind of friend you are. She said, I don't expect a lot from others as not to be disappointed. And I used to, and see, that's a two-edged sword right there, which is a good point, because a lot of folks say no expectations, no letdown.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody got that whole thing. I know, but is that truly friendship then?
Sure.
That's guardedness.
No.
To be real, that's guardedness.
Okay.
That's me.
Gotcha.
Well, I say this is how I'm gonna protect myself. I will have no expectation because I've been let down so many times. I mean, just whatever.
God.
So it becomes that way. So does that become healthy or unhealthy?
But if they're protecting themselves, why would you say it's unhealthy?
No, I'm asking.
No,
Because building walls.
no, it's unhealthy because
That's what I was saying. That's for my personal.
I'm talking
saying.
about me.
That's it.
Me, my friends,
Yes.
me, my associates, me, my ride or die.
Okay.
I have 3 categories.
Yes,
But my friends,
Right or that.
yes. Because a friend, a true friend, when I want to really, I'm just being real. When I really want to just go to it, just be hood, they like, we're not doing that. You're not doing that. You come too far. Why don't you want to
True.
go back? No.
True.
This is the
That's
truth. Or
the
they'll
one
say,
thing.
no, you wrong. No, I hear you, but you wrong.
And you don't necessarily have to agree in
And
the
I don't-
sense,
and I don't
but
get
you
mad.
want
I
them
think
to
about
give you want them to give you the truth as they think they know it. If they've been there, you want someone to be, I expect my friend to tell me the truth as the best truth that they know. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that they are awesomely right in what they say, because sometimes we have to. But I can always look to say, what do you think about it? Well, if I say, what do you think about it? They're going to truly tell me.
But would they start off with a soft blow? Like as in,
It just
you're
depends
not gonna
on how
like
you
what I'm
are.
saying.
It depends on who you are. Because a lot of them know who
How
you
y'all
are.
cut.
You'll know
How
how
y'all
you're
cut.
cut. Some people don't want any chasers. They want it straight from the hip.
Me.
Give it to me straight. I don't want
Don't
any,
chase
I just give it to me straight. Some people, which I may be one of those people, just pad me up first, right? Before you beat me down. I'm that kind of person, pad me up. We're talking about, for those who are just coming in, well, our whole thing is about expectations. And we're talking about the expectations of your friends, then expectations of family and expectations of God, and we're talking about in the vantage of healthy, unhealthy, what you call it,
Unrealistic.
and realistic. So I think the best thing we could do to have realistic expectation is to what kind of friend am I?
Yeah. That's what I was just going to respond. She said you won't be disappointed, but even when they disappoint you, you just can't stay there. You're like, okay, so she's not the one. So you move on. You put them in their category.
Okay. Now that's a good point. That's not my That's my measurement because I know this.
Okay.
You
done move from a friend to an associate or acquaintance.
Got you. I got you.
But
I mean, it's not the test, but it really.
Hey, I ain't mad. I just
just-
see you. Thank you.
Gotcha.
And sometimes you have to thank them.
That's real good, Dr. Jones.
Yeah.
That's a good.
Because it helped both. It helped me to grow. Okay, so now I know not to go over there. Okay.
Now how about family? How about family? Expectations of family. What do you expect your family? What is your expectations of your family?
Well,
Just for them to be whoever they are, just whatever. I'm like Sister Pickett. I ain't got no expectations. Sister Pickett, I ain't got no expectations.
Well, I mean, family,
because some
family
people
is
say family over everything. Yeah.
But that's like she said.
That's true too, but
it's the
still, family gotta be
in category
too.
It's like some of them you can trust, some of them you can't, some of you be like, you get out of here.
Now, and then there's some, you don't have to ask. They know, they just step up.
There it is.
And then there's some, you have to drag.
Yes. And then there's some you have to drop. You just be like,
and some you just had to meet them for what they are. Okay, hey, love you. That's it.
That's true.
The thing that, as we have this discussion, I do believe it goes all the way back to what was said earlier about to have healthy expectation requires communication, so that we can all be on the same page.
You gotta communicate.
Do y'all know in
You gotta
everything?
be transparent and communicate. They run together.
Yeah.
When Sister Deirdre said that understanding, you know, when you said the level of expectation, how you categorize, and she said the one thing that she's done, and because knowing that people will disappoint you, or even though the seeing is how you may expect them to do it, but I also expect that they might miss this. So she said, I create an alternate plan for especially priorities. Now that's now that right there, that means something
That's
right there.
good. That's good.
But I hate to interject, but I want to ask, when she says that she has like a backup plan,
Backup plan.
but is it for the backup plan for the ones that she knows her friends?
But
Is it
she said for the
she
ones
knows
that
her
she's
social-
expecting, that she's put in a certain, and they clarify
Okay,
this, Sister
gotcha.
Deirdre, but for the ones you're saying, I hope that you will do this. I'm looking for you to do this, but I've been burned so many times, just in case I got me an alternate something that lines up with this.
But that goes back to what you said, Dr. J, where you said that I've let you in, and I see that I can't let you, you know, do something. So you in this category, you was my friend, you know, but now I got to put you over here into the friend category. So that's the same thing that Sister Deidre have just classified for us to understand that you was the friend, but you let me down. Now I got to move you to the next.
You know this one that says, I got my, what this one? I got my, But this the truth, y'all. I want y'all to pick it up and move with us in this, though. Is that I have my good intention people.
Yes.
People that's full of good intentions.
Yes.
They mean, they got a good heart.
Yes.
But look here, their habits, the way they move.
Yes.
Even though I love them, but I know I can't trust them to do what they're supposed to do. Y'all, we just having a
And
real
when you know,
conversation
you know.
here.
And when you know, you know, you know. It's no right or wrong. It's just when you know, you know. You know,
It's
you meet people from where they are.
where they are.
Once
Now-
they show you who they are,
Believe them.
and that's including family. Yes. Yes.
Now that's big.
Yeah.
I told you this is why I really wanted this, so that I can be able to, you know, glean, and I can be able to learn. I'm not saying like I don't know anything. I know some things, but my iron needs to be sharpened. You know, like I said, you know, I have daughters. I can't keep running to my daughters. You know,
Oh, you need some.
But
Yes,
you
I
need some friends.
I need some friends.
You need some friends.
I
And but
need-
you
I
know
need some
what?
Categories.
But what does it say? What does the Bible say? And I'm just using the Bible because that's our foundation. But it say, but he that you have to show yourself friendly.
Yeah.
And you have to be willing to, because everybody, it all starts somewhere.
Okay, but and I'm not gonna say this to counter-strike the Bible, because you know I'm a believer. I believe every word of the
Of
Lord.
course, you're not going to counter-strike the Bible.
But why?
Why are you not going to counter-strike the Bible?
I just can't.
No, I'm saying I know you're not
No,
going
I'm
to
not.
counter-strike the
But
Bible.
it's like you say, show myself friendly. I've shown myself friendly. I've even let people in my past that was in my friends in high school come back, and do you know what them people have done?
They've stabbed you. So your thing is discerning what a friend is.
But see, that's the thing. When I
People change.
exactly, and that's the thing that I have really like opened up to verify on why I know that
Why
I
can't-
that, you know.
Why can't Sister Kim find friends? Somebody help me. Sister Deidre? Sister Peggy? Why can't Sister Kim? You anybody out there? I want y'all to hear. Why is she having problems? She really is a nice on the outside. She's really a very nice person.
Well, ask my neighbor. She can tell you. She called me all the time.
But I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
You want that that sort of camaraderie,
Yeah.
you know, in the being able to do that. I personally, you can literally count the number of what you call friends generally on one hand.
Yes. And there go mine.
And somebody and
There go mine. And hidden inside that palm is Isha and Alyssa and Tina. And those are my girls. And so you know good well they ain't in the number. They just in the palm.
You gotta get some girls.
You got to get some girls. You got to get some girls. And so, right now, we your girls.
Yes, y'all.
But I know you look at us in a whole different kind of vantage point. But she needs some girls. You know what I'm saying?
Dr. J just said something y'all did not hear. And she is not lying. She said it in a whisper. She says, just like this. And we're old as you got. And she ain't lying.
I'm just messing with her.
No, she look. But I can promise you, and I hit from the heart. She ain't lying.
But this is but see, Kim, you're saying something that someone's gonna be coming on this stream and they're gonna listen to that. They're going like, well, you know, I don't have really, as I consider it, I don't have really have people I know, but do I really have friends? And so, is it necessary to have friends? Is it?
Is it necessary?
Well, from my understanding, because
I'm asking.
You really cannot do life alone.
It's necessary.
I'm just saying.
You ain't alone.
That's what I'm saying. But look what we just started off with the conversation before we got to this point. We don't even know what's going on with another person. This person could be feeling alone. We don't even know what our neighbors can be feeling. Our neighbors can be feeling alone. So so that right there is letting us know.
I'm not gonna let you get any weapons. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just messing
I'm sorry,
with
I have too many people in my house to be alone. Even though you can be in with people and be alone, but I'm not alone. I don't want y'all to think like I have nobody. I do have people.
But we know what you're saying, we just egging you a little bit. No, but really and truly, and so that we're just having a little levity, you all.
Yes.
Not to be so weighty with the conversation, even though it's a weighty conversation. There are people who are like Sister Kim is saying, that I have plenty of people around, but those that I can call my friend. Because and is it because your expectation of friendship is, for who you expect to be a friend, or your expectation of that friendship? Is it realistic, unrealistic?
It's realistic.
Or overrated?
It's realistic.
Ooh.
Because one of the
but
things.
I'm saying, you can expect too much from certain people.
Ooh, you just got a word from Deirdre. She just gave you a word.
What's that?
She said, don't look for a friend. Your personality will draw that real friend in your life, and you'll be able to know if it's really real. Ooh.
That's good.
Ain't that that's
good.
A word.
That's good.
She about to cry. Don't you cry?
No.
That's good.
Okay, don't cry. Because she'll cry like that. And so we just
But in order to have friends, you have to show that
but
that
you are
can be a
and be available. And I remember one lady put out there, and I saw it on her post. She said, "I don't need needy friends now." She said, I don't need needy friends. She said, I need low maintenance. This is what she said. She said, I want low maintenance friends. She said, the friends that I want, she said, I can't call every day. I can't, she said, you may not hear from me in 3 weeks. And when I call you, I'm going to act like we've been talking all along. She said, that's the kind of friend that they need. She needs.
Yeah.
Because some people need what they call they have needy friends.
Yeah.
They got to be communicated with. They got to be But all of us, I know I have some dear friends in my life that we don't talk necessarily every day.
Maybe once a month.
But then when we pick up the phone, it's just like we didn't miss a beat.
Those are friends. Because then you won't get in your feelings. You know who they are. You know how you communicate with them, how they communicate with you, and you know your relationship. So, we have a separate life, but, we still connected.
But you see how we roll right back on friend, because we were dealing with expectations of family, weren't we? And we, but I guess that's very, very important.
Our friends, even some of our family members,
cousins,
cousins. We have cousins.
Or sometimes your first best friends.
Yeah, are really your best friends. One you ran around, played around in your yard with. Those are
besties. Some of your times your cousins are your bestest of friends.
But y'all said something that really opened my eyes.
Yeah.
Yes, it really did, and it gave me some understanding on.
It gave me.
Dr. J, give me the 55. Give me some that. We said something to open her eyes.
Take the scales off those things. Okay.
Anyway, but when I said that you said something, and so did Sister Deidre, when y'all was saying, and you know, collectively, they're bouncing off of, you know, my expectations. You know, are my expectations really realistic? Are my expectations are really, you know, fabricated? Am I, you know, really wanting too much? And I think that maybe I probably do want too much, you know, in a friend. Maybe that's why I cannot have a friend. Maybe because, you know, I would like to have somebody that I can be able to say, hi, how you doing, how's your day? Mainly because, you know, if it's not being done in a certain way, I feel like I've let them down. When I even don't text them and say, well, hi, how's your day going? And they don't text me and say, well, I'm good. I don't know. But if you don't respond back, I think you don't like me. You don't want to talk to me.
But I do, and see,
But
yeah,
they might not, depending on, they might be busy or whatever. But if
Exactly.
you have that relationship with them, you're not going to feel no type of way.
I actually really like what Sister Deirdre said in her saying. She said that your personality will draw a real friend.
Yes.
And I think real friends are known over time, who your real friends are and what they do. But then we talk about expectations. We're talking about expectations on a lot of different planes, you all. And I want to really make sure that as we deal with this word, we are growing in the sense of, especially when it comes to unhealthy, not to have unhealthy expectations, because that's the thing that lets you down. Those unhealthy expectations. I've really come to find out as I've grown that the most that I could do is expect you to be who you really are.
That part. That part.
I mean, I just can expect you to be who you really are, whether it's family, friend, if we're dealing with you from a family perspective or friend perspective or colleagues perspective. The biggest thing that there's a saying that says, know those that labor among you, knowing the person. And when you said, Maya Angelou said, when they show you who they really are, what are you going to do?
That's
Believe
You're going to believe
it.
Believe it. So if you observe it and understand that I'm just going to see you as you really are, you know, because a person will show you who they are, whether, you know, in the family construct, the friend construct, you know, you automatically know whether they're family, friend, social, you know folk when they're trifling.
Yeah. You do. That's good.
I don't mean to laugh, but
I mean, you gotta know.
But when you know it, I'm just sorry. I really have to say this. When you know even a person is trifling, it hurts you. It really does. Well, I know it hurts me. I can't speak for nobody.
Because the expectation is for them that you built in them. But you know what? It's the expectations are for them to be exactly what they're. I want to raise have them raise expectations for themselves, have them grow to it, which is something, in other words, that we have to deal with, how to help others, grow others, and build others. But as it relates to protecting yourself from having unrealistic expectation or having unhealthy expectation, is to deal with the person from what you said, the word, where they are. Not just where they are, because of who they are.
Yes.
And what they are.
Yes. So true.
If you know that a person is prone to be, they never on time to save their life. If you know it, then you say, I really would want you to be, but I absolutely know I can't put you in a position of responsibility. If I know that's, you know what I'm saying? So that's going to protect the whole construct. I'm not going to put you in a position of responsibility.
Yeah. They know who they are.
Because you know who you are, and I do too. I'm going to tell you what we got going on for some of the people we know and some people we deal with. If you know you have to be at a certain place a certain time, and you tell them automatically that give them an hour, you say, oh, we need to, you're supposed to be there at 8, but you're going to tell them we got to be there at 7, so that you know that they're going to be pulling up, so you won't get your, I'm just telling them, being real. Some people like that. You automatically know you got to build in time, because they are not, if you tell them 7, they're not getting there at 7:05.
8:05.
8.
Ooh, they know who they are. Never on time. Good, mean well.
That part. Mean well. And mean. And
We'll do it whenever they get there.
We know that we have a lot of people that come on this line while it streams in a secondary stream, and we appreciate you. And as you come on, and at whatever point you come on, please like and share. And one of the things that Sister Kim has asked and Sister Joanne has asked, that, if you have words that you want us to discuss, because we were just finishing up the tail end of our first word that we have was expectation. It's sort of, we had to pull back into it because we had a little of a 2-week lull between that and, so we sort of had to build back up to it. But we want to, if you have a subject matter that you would like us to discuss, a word that you want us to deal with, put it, because we don't want to shy away from anything. What we're trying to do is just open up the conversation. There are some deep conversations that we need to have around a whole bunch of things, and we want you to when we have our young people, we have our men that we're going to be talking with. We're going to be just having just different things that we're doing, and so what we just want you conversations around health, conversations around wealth building, conversations around doing things. I know Sister Kim said she wants to talk about building vision boards and working on that, how to get your vision and your sight in order. Those are the kind of things that we are looking to do. We're wanting to really work this conversation thing, and just not to sort of give you directives and such, but just to give you thought, give you things to think about. We're women, different ages, different stages, different points of view. We're not trying to say because you said it, I'm not going to take it seriously, but everybody's opinion or what they bring to the table is valuable to the conversation.
And it's a conversation. You got to remember, it's a conversation. We're not trying to browbeat anybody. We're not trying to
convince nobody of anything.
Overturn anybody, or convey them to be like, no, that's wrong, and don't even believe that. No, some things, no judging.
Just
no judgment.
All on the table. We talk about it.
Yes. It's just like having a healthy conversation where, mother and a daughter, mother and a son, husband and a wife, a man, male bonding. These are the type of things that I felt, on my heart that needed to be brought forth. Because we watch TV, we see how these talk shows are talking about, different things, but they're giving their viewpoint. And my thing is,
be on our level.
Be on our level. Like Pastor was saying, different ages, different stages. My viewpoint, I don't understand a whole lot. She may understand more. She understands more than I do. She can give me insight. She has, some knowledge and wisdom and understanding. She can give me. These are the things that help me to be able to strive to be better, to want more for my life. Because I'm telling you, the little bit of stuff that I have, the little soil that I have, I need more. I need more seeds. I need more dirt. I need more water. I need more sun. But God gives that increase. And what they're doing is I'm gleaning from them. I'm gleaning from her field to be able to put in my basket. I'm gleaning her field to put in my basket so that I can feed, so that I can grow. So that I can grow.
It says, Sister Deidre said, absolutely, and we thank you, Sister Deidre, for being so interactive with us.
Yes.
Absolutely, I am my best friend because of the pathway that I am on now. That she's learned to be a friend to herself, right?
You said it was self-help.
Self-help. I'm not going to let myself down. I encourage myself. I step out on faith that I'm doing what I was created to do.
Yes.
Growing in so many very, very important ways, and more with each and every day. So who needs to be in my life and to be the support of me? They will come. And that's what she's actually telling you again. And that you work to be the best you that you can be, and that it'll bring to you what needs to come. And that part. And because see, you be you. You be the best you that you can be. You continue on your path That's good word. That's the way that's why I told you. I found out my biggest expectation is like whoever come, I see them. I'm not gonna chase down the energy of chase down. You know what I mean? With that energy of chase down or run down.
Friends, I ain't got no friends. Can you please? You want to go to coffee? You want to go to lunch? I ain't got nothing to do. You can call me.
And the open doors to say, the Lord will make it be where it's no struggle. It's no struggle in it. It's, hey, what you doing? Hey, girl, you free. Oh, let's just a mutual benefit. And I like that, a mutual benefit. And I can say this. I had when I first moved here from Florida, it was a hostile takeover. The move was a hostile takeover because it wasn't something that was planned. I would have never planned to move all the children.
That's what you said.
I would have never. It wasn't. Look at now. Although I did know in my spirit that there was a move. But I promise to you and all angels, Albany was not that place. But I would come here to eat that fish at Blackbeard's. I guess God was prepping me and I didn't even know it. You're going to be going down that road a whole lot of time. But anyway, when we got here, and I remember feeling really, just like you said, really lonely one time. I was feeling really, really lonely and feeling like I'm out here in the middle of nowhere. Because I live in the country part. And my husband worked a lot. And I'm here by myself. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying. But at least you got your girls in the house. I was I never had nobody. I don't even know if I had the cat then. But this was the thing. I remember. I said, well, if you just stay in this house, you're surely not going to do anything. I said, let me go try to find. And I remember, and this goes with what you said, Sister Deirdre, that I said, well, let me go. I looked in the paper and I saw there was a community meeting that they were teaching something that was of interest to me, a little, to it. I said, I'm going to go to that. When I got to that place, someone toward the end, they say, Tallahassee. And I looked and said, you're from Tallahassee. They said, you're from Tallahassee, aren't you? And I said, yes. That was what she said, you're from Tallahassee. She said, I'm from Tallahassee. And I went and met one of my best friends. She's the one that we made that connection at that. And she said, I'm going to come. I'm going to get you. We're going to go and I'm going to show you. And at that time, she had a awesome high level position with it, but she's always been that kind of down to earth person. And she said, yes, you're Tallahassee. And we became just like that while we were, and she'd known her, because she's from Tallahassee, I'm from Tallahassee, but she just scooped me up. And, she became my lunch partner. She was just one of those kind of people. But it just goes to what Sister Deirdre said. It will come in the right places for expectation. And I tell you, her having that relationship, and I miss her so dearly. She was lost. Well, she's not lost, but COVID sort of was really hard, and it took her out of here. But I miss her. I can't tell y'all how much I miss her, because she was indeed my friend. But that kind of thing, happens when you make yourself available, and to do that. And so I concur with you, Sister Deirdre. That's that right there. It will, for the person that it will draw into. And so as we are coming down, we're in the latter part of this program, Coffee and a Conversation. And we're so glad that you all have joined us, and those that will be joining and coming on. And we just want you to keep spreading the word, because we think, and if you got something you want us to cover, get it in the chat. We're going to review it, go back and review it, and we want to discuss whatever the subject matter that you say, I want to hear somebody discuss this in a round table kind of forum. Let's see what other people are thinking about this subject, or what can be brought to, you all are in our circle of influence. You all are. And there are things that we need to do. I think this is a beautiful, 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 beautiful assignment that Sister Kim brought to us that we should launch, and we are very appreciative of it. So as we are getting ready to, what are some of the closing, a positive pop as it relates to expectation? We're going to start, whoever wants to be first, and then we're going to end it, and we're just going to close out with that. Whatever positive pop about expectation.
My positive pop would be read what Sister Deidre just said about, the self, when she was saying that right there, it's stuck.
That was a positive pop. She is saying that you have to be the best you. In other words, we enjoy you too, Sister Deidre. We really do. Absolutely. She said she was a best friend to herself. She treated herself well.
Yeah.
She did well. And then those things, and it's going to draw to you, to Lady J.
Allow yourself to feel whatever it is. Allow it to come out. And then feel better. And then get up and live your best life.
Live your best life. I do think that is the culminating word. That really, when it comes to expectations, the only one that you can truly manage is the expectations you have of yourself, right? And that you make sure that you are doing what you need to do to be the best you that you can be. And as you do that, understand that when it comes to others, you can hear what they say, and you can still, they can still fall short. But when you have measured in, as Sister Deidre said, alternatives that go with certain things, you can keep on moving. That no monkey gonna stop your show. That you'll be able to keep on. What old folks say, keep on what? Keeping on. Keep on keeping on. You just say keep on keeping on. And so I think if anything we've learned from this word, expectation, is to work the expectation that you have of you as an individual. Build yourself up. Be the best you that you can be. You meet raise the expectation that you have yourself. Expect great things to happen. Keep on looking and keep on growing. Put in the chat what words or whatever the subject matter, and we'll look forward to seeing you all the next time for Coffee and a Conversation. Coffee and a Conversation. Coffee and a Conversation.
Coffee
and a Conversation. Bye.
Bye.